New England Motorcycle Museum, and we are about to have the biggest party the motorcycle industry has ever seen in Connecticut. October 13th and 14th, we're having the grand opening event of the New England Motorcycle Museum. The Antique Motorcycle Club of America is going to be putting on a motorcycle timeline here of over 100 years of vintage motorcycles from the early 1900s all the way up to 2019. It's going to be awesome. So Ted Smith is going to be leading the panel of celebrity judges, and we've got a lineup of kick-ass motorcycles to show you guys. My lovely assistant Christy here, who happens to be my girlfriend, training partner, and best friend, is gonna grab the camera. Hey Christy, how you doing?
Hi.
Christy handles all of our media and graphics. If you've seen any cool graphics done in our t-shirts, she's a graphic artist, and she's also super hot, so she's a big help around the project here. So here you go, honey. So
Baby.
now that I sucked you in with her, now you gotta look at me. So just kidding. This is let's take a walk through and show them the place. This is gonna be an incredible event. We've got planned for everybody here. Not only is the museum finally open after 7 years and $6.5 million that we've invested, we're also having the motorcycle timeline, and we're having a music festival here. So this is an event you're not gonna wanna miss. We've got 10 bands over the course of 2 days. 10 bands over 2 days. So hang with me, Chrissy, we're gonna walk a little faster. 10 bands over 2 days, and there's also gonna be a motorcycle stunt show both days. We're gonna have the Harley Davidson stunt riders. We're gonna have the timeline on Saturday, and in between each band, there's gonna be a half an hour of stunt riding, and we also have what we call the Thunderdome. We have a off-road track out back with a chicane and a hillside turn. In the Thunderdome out back here, we're gonna have mini bike racing and mini trike racing in between each band. So you're gonna have an hour of music, and a half an hour of trike racing, and a half an hour of the mini bike racing. So gonna be an action-packed day. So music, racing, motorcycle show. Actually, it's a motorcycle timeline on Saturday. And then that's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And of course, there's 2 floors of the museum here loaded with world-class motorcycles. So 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. there'll be food vendors. There's also, this is the main building number 3. Building number 4 is chock full of the real high-end bikes. The Indians and the BMWs are all up there. So you don't want to miss that. Again, we're in Rockville, Connecticut, USA. If you're coming from out of state, there's 11 acres here, so we have plenty of spots to park and camp overnight here. If we run out of spaces, we're opening up for the first time ever the Kaplan compound. Dowdy, John Dowd, and some other really cool factory racer shirts here. Larry Ward's, there's a whole stack of race factory shirts. That's Mike Guerra's factory, 250 over there. We're actually opening up the Kaplan compound for the first time. It's a 52-acre private motocross track and estate. We're an Antique Motorcycle Club of America ambassador site now, so we're nominated by the AMCA. This is the largest motorcycle museum, we believe, in possibly on. We think Barber has a little bit larger square footage. We're not really sure. We have 150,000 square foot, but definitely the biggest museum in New England here. So we got nominated by the Antique Motorcycle Club of America as an ambassador site. So if you're an AMCA member, there's 70 chapters, I think 7,000 members or something like that, countrywide. You're invited, and there's plenty of facilities here for parking and camping or anything you may want to do if you're coming from out of state. We had 3 guys. Joe Abate came from the West Coast with his editor and producer of his show, American Motocross Restoration, and Joe just gave us a proposal that I was up to, 1:30 in the morning reading that the other night, Christy?
You were very excited.
Absolutely. Joe gave us a proposal about filming the episodes of the American Motorcycle Restoration here at our facility. We've got a large restoration shop. We have a total of, right now we have 12 lifts in production, but we just have another 25 lifts that we purchased. So we have a total of 37 lifts here. In the restoration shop and the detail shops. We have a little library area over here also where you can sit and read about the history of motorcycles. We have 3,000 books, manuals, and magazines that are available to read here, hang out, chill out, sit right there, have your lunch. We're working on the restaurant, bar, and motorcycle themed microbrewery, restaurant bar, microbrewery on the first level. James Riseborough from Turtle Transit has done all of the design work. It's basically done. We're just waiting on to get the funding to put that together. But back to the event, 13th and 14th, 2 days, all day parties, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., music, food, motorcycle events, stunt shows. That's all happening here at 200 West Main Street in Rockville, Connecticut, at the site of the New England Motorcycle Museum. This main building is finally done. This is construct. If you're thinking to yourself, geez, I've never seen a building like this. Well, there are none that exist anymore. This was 1814 construction. There were 13 of these in Connecticut. They're all gone. This is the last one. It's 4 stories. The elevator, which we restored, was originally water powered. It's now actually powered by electricity. So the elevator is pretty awesome. It'll fit about 6 motorcycles. It's a 4,000 pound freight elevator. So definitely so much cool stuff to see in this building. It's just incredible. The walls are brick and post-in beam, and it's a cedar clapboard siding with mahogany trim on the outside. And the windows are museum quality glass, wood on the inside and the outside with brass hinges. The windows average $1,200 each. They had to be exact reproductions of the originals. The building has achieved certified historic restoration by the state of Connecticut, State Historic Parks Office. It's a federally recognized and state recognized national landmark and treasure. The inaugurational suit for President William B. McKinley in 1897 was made in this building. The inauguration suit of Theodore Roosevelt in 1905 was made in this building. Later in this quick tour we're doing here, I'll show you the letter from President Roosevelt to the owner of the mill. There's a book being written about the project called From Loom to Vroom. So stay tuned for that. That's a 100-year timeline of a story of the mill and the history of the mill. It's going to be pretty incredible, actually, the book. I've read the first 200 pages of it, and I don't want to give too much away about that, but if you listen to podcasts at all, go to caveradio.com. There was a 45-minute interview with me and the guys from Cave Radio. It's a motorcycle-themed radio. It's caveradio.com. Just look for the podcast of the New England Motorcycle Museum. We had the Journal Inquirer here today. They did a interview with me. They're going to do an article about the grand opening of the museum. These are the awards that we've gotten from the state so far. One from the state of Connecticut senators, one from the Vernon Republican Town Committee, one from the town of Vernon, one from the community service certificate from the town of Rockville, one from the chief of police, another one from the Chamber of Commerce, one from actually the middle school, and also another one from the Chamber of Commerce, and one from the Vernon Community Network. So we have a lot of awards from the town and state for the project. We just got this one here during the first day the museum was opening on the what we call the soft opening. So that was pretty cool. We've been on the front page of Connecticut Magazine. We've been in the JI. This is the letter I told you about, where the letter shows Theodore Roosevelt, the 4th president of the United States, actually had his inauguration suit made right here in this building. So we were on the cover of Full Throttle magazine. That's my Heritage Softail right there. And this is a story about the agent's house next door. That's the Bixby House, 1880 colonial that we purchased from the Historic Society and restored. So if you go up the stairs here, this is about the real man who made it all happen, Jesus. So all glory to him. So this is the first newspaper article we have from 1851. 1951. The mill was created in 1814, and in 1951, it March 30th of 1951, it went out of business. So fast forward to 54, it was for rent, and then fast forward to 2012 when I purchased it. That's before I stopped cutting my hair, and I weighed about 250 in that picture. I'm about 230 now, but there's a bunch of newspaper articles about the mill, and some of the challenges that we had. Here's another one from the Hartford Business Journal. It's me with a hard hat on in the ruins behind the building.
But anyways, back to the event, because that's really, I'm starting to digress here, which so often happens in this facility. Back to the event at hand, October 13th, 14th, grand opening event. 2 big days. Sunday is going to be the judge show. Saturday is going to be the motorcycle timeline. We're on the 3rd floor up here now. Lights are shut off. It's really, really dark. I'm scared, Christy. Hold me.
Okay, dear, I'll protect you.
Good girl. Can't see this here, but it says Bridge to Kaplan Cycles. Bridge to Kaplan Cycles.
This is the kissing bridge.
This is a kissing bridge right here. So if you bring your girlfriend over here, you gotta give her a nice kiss. So, this is the bridge connecting the large main building to the first building, that football field long building, to the first building we restored, which is the showroom and first museum showroom. There's Ted Smith's vintage BMWs. These are concourse winning 28, 39s, and a 37 Indian spawn of the devil. The story behind that one is it actually lit somebody on fire at one point. But my CR 500, Kaplan America CR. Just the tip of the iceberg of the awesome bikes you're gonna see here. Awesome 2-day event, end of the season. 10 bands, 2 days. Party at the mill, at the museum, and a party at the Kaplan compound. So that's my 14-year-old daughter Jordan's Honda Rebel 250. So I think that about sums it up. Music, bikes, babes. What else do you need? Here's a flyer for the event. New England Motorcycle Exam presents their grand opening event, Roctober, largest motorcycle show and battle of the bands, Saturday and Sunday. It says 8 bands, but it actually is 10 now. Harley Davidson stunt riders. So that's about it. In closing, I just want to say thank you all for being patient with me over the years, as you may have followed us on social media or on YouTube as we got this project done, but it's done, and I built it because I want to share it with you. So come here, October 13th and 14th, and have fun. Bring your motorcycles and be ready to have an awesome day. Be ready to party and come to the compound if you'd like to. So good luck to everybody. Hope you can make it here. God bless America.